to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Been stocked up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chips. She ain't pulling the socks up when it's half time, she get full. Finna leave the boxed up like send it, make a play and I exit. Money boy making London money, spent most of my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich or die trying, no let. Been out here for like 8 years, come from Volkswagen to Bentley's, little. What's your run up cash, double back, baby show me what your mama made and make that. Yeah, made up. You got such a pretty face, but I want. Coming to get me, I've been in the pocket like he's in a wallet. You ain't gotta like me, but gotta respect me, make it.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Tonight, we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Giants. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
Now the Iowa State product. It's Kanema Wangu. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here we go. 60 Eagles, Panther 60.
Sanders. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. You talk about this Giant defense.
This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or generate their timing.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? It's who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
70, Hawk 70.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Looking for Chase on the outrun. He's got him. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
19, Tiger, 19.
On play action, here's Shadur. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Second and 10.
Dragon 60. Ready. 18 Cardinals. 19.
Sanders going to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
70 Timberwolves. Mustang 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Throwing, Sanders.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase.
With touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Eagles put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense.
They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator. Because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit. They're facing the #1 rushing team. They have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Dart from the gun on 3rd down.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DK Metcalf, 50 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, and maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright. That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys in the on-deck circle?
I like that, yeah. Just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
To the air, Dart.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Rocky start throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude.
Now a timeout called for by the defense, and that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Panther Street, Panther Street. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 Lion.
Dart to throw on 4th down.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Let's go.
Now Sanders. That one deep for London.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Pass the 50, pass the 50. Go.
Here's Sanders.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Sanders. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Dalton Kincaid, 43 yards. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And he'll take this one for about 4 to the 40.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw, Dart. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. And he will have the Giants first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks and you give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove. What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in his first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
He's across midfield.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will have a Giants first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to them. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They go play action with Dart.
Short pass caught by Henry. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 yards and a giant 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Cowboy 80.
Out of the gun. Here's Dart. That's taken in by Watson.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
Facing this big first half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll go. Here's Dart. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And the Giants are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
To throw now, Dart. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Dart will throw it on 3rd and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Isaac to Slaw.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Giants get a bit closer. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go.
Here we go. Here we go.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Cougar 19.
To throw is Sanders. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. He'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 4. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Ran the perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9.
Here we go. Set. Full movement. 6. Street. Street. You got motion there.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
19, Tiger, 19.
Now Dart. That's out wide here for Robinson. Touchdown, Giants! Bijan Robinson, 35 yards. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Giants 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. 1st and 10. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 33 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Cowboy 80. Come 19.
Sanders to throw. This pass is caught by London. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Drake London, 36 yards. And the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty ready.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 42 yards.
And this is how you answer a touchdown the other end. You come out throwing to start your own drive. And not just throwing, but pushing it down the field. And they come up with a big play as they try to answer back with a score of their own.
Okay, ready?
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the draw, Robinson. Well, it's some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 52 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Let's go.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Bijan Robinson, with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
And that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 tight.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Well, we saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively. With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Cowboy 80. Warrior 70.
Dart.
This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Play action now. Dart. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And his throw is incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And they stop him up short of the 1st down as they get him at about the 43. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Here's Dart.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? And this touchdown, Philadelphia.
7 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
And now the rookie screen. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Isaac to Slaw. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Got a man open, it's Chase.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the gun, it's Shador.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
They'll go. Here's Sanders.
And this is caught, that they say, out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game, that punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. Some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown.
Bijan Robinson, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have got it back to within a score.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2.
The Giants will line up for the two-point conversion.
And he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game.
Giants 36.
Kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Sanders.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on fourth down? They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
from 17 yards out.
And the Giants have taken the lead here this third quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5. Kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, cut 19, cut 19.
Play action, it's Sanders. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Here is 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Buffalo 18, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here's Sanders. Quick throw there is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check out.
Robinson up the middle.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Throwing, dart.
Ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line. On 4th down, here's Dart.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, still a 1-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them, got the ball right back for them. So nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And he's going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Throwing, Sanders.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
19.
Throwing again, it's Sanders.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. Down the sideline he goes. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Kene Nwangu with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Eagles, on the final play of the third quarter, have taken the lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal.
Giants 43.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Play fake, and here's Dart. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll get nothing out of that one. 2nd and 9.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Check, Bobcat, check. 70 ranges, 70 ranges. Panther Street, Panther Street. Check go.
Here's Dart. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The Giants on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is third down. Dart from the gun on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. 20! And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Bijan Robinson, 43 yards. And the Giants answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Giants 50. Eagles 46.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Now Sanders. Looking deep here for Chase. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Come on.
To throw is Sanders. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. Down the right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, smash Bronco!
To throw now, Dart. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Dart going to look to throw here. And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Dart. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Dart. That's taken in by Watson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up
under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. On the give, here's Robinson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. He's got this complete to Burton. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Throwing his Dart. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a gain of 34.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he will take it all in for a giant touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Giants have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
It's now second and 6 at the 39-yard line.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Looking deep here for Chase.
That's caught at the 25. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jamar Chase
With career touchdown number 60.
and the Eagles have regained the lead. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, fourth quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem fazed one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. This is first and 10.
19, Tiger, 19, half the 60, half the 60.
Here's Dart. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like. But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Sanders. Throw left side, complete to Chase.
It's a gain of 11. And the Eagles.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18, Pioneer. Trap 60, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
And this one too low.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Cowboy 80. Go.
To throw again, here's Sanders. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that will be incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth.
Let's go now.
First and 10 at the 11.
Cooking like these.
Sanders once more.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and now fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Come on. 70,
Sanders to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Warriors 70. Kevin Pirates. Ready.
Here's Sanders. He'll find the Wangu underneath.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Kene Nwangu
From 10 yards out.
And the Eagles will add to their fourth quarter lead.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. Here's first and 10.
Here we go, Shaq. Cooking 19.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 30 yards there. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it first and 10. This is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their fourth quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Giants 57.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing, Dart. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And the Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Set, go. 70 Rangers.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
42-yard line.
2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover.
Go. 18 card. Right there. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Out of the gun. Here's Dart. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Eagles, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.